Okay, let's have some real talk today. You are in a backend interview. It's going very well. You just need the difference between put and patch, and you are spiling the interview. And the interviewer is also nodding. Okay, doing great. And then the person says, "Okay, great. So can put actually create a resource? And what about patch request?" And your brain just buffered. What happened? Don't worry, it happened to me too. It happens to literally everyone. Because here is the thing, most tutorials teach you that post creates, put updates, and patch partially updates. Clean, simple, and done. Okay, but that's only half the story. And in interviews, half answers get you nowhere. In the next few minutes, I am going to show you the complete answer with a real world analogy that will make this stick with you forever. No more blanking, no more half answers. So if you are preparing for backend interviews or just want to truly understand REST APIs, stick around because this one is going to connect the dots. Let's get into it. Before we dive in, let me tell you why this specific question matters. First, it is one of the most common interview follow-ups after post versus put. You answer one and boom, they will drill deeper and deeper. Second, it's a real taste of your HTTP understanding, not just did you read the docs. But do you actually get what these methods mean at a protocol level? They actually mean it. Third, and this is the one of the most people miss, it directly affects how you design your APIs in day-to-day life. A bad decision here can confuse your entire team for years. You don't know it. If you didn't go watch the first video on my channel, it is few minutes of the video only. I'll wait for you. You can go and watch it. Okay, I assume that you are back. So let's get into it. All right, core concept time. And I'm going to use an analogy that will be very much easy for you. Okay, think of a hotel room. You walk up to the front desk and say, I want room number 101. Now, two things can happen. Scenario 1. Room 101 is empty, nobody checked in, so the hotel staff says sure, and they create a new booking for you in room 101. Booking for room 101 didn't exist in the system, but now it does. Scenario B. Room 101 already has a guest, let's call him Jay. The hotel kicks Jay out, puts all your stuff in, and now it is your room. That is called put. Complete replacement. Put says, I know exactly which room I want. Give it to me. If it is empty, create it. If someone is there, replace them with me or the new resource. Now what about patch? Patch is like calling the hotel and saying, hey, I'm in room 101. Can you just swap the pillow? Do not change anything else. Just change the pillow. That's a partial update. You are not replacing the whole room. You are changing one specific thing in it. And here's the key question for patch. Can you even call the hotel about a room that doesn't exist yet? Technically, maybe, but practically, no. You are patching something that already has to be there. If it is not there, then you cannot patch it. So the short version, put can both create and replace, full replacement. Patch is a partial update only, not used for creation. Simple, logged in. Let's look at the actual behavior now. Look at this flow on your screen. This is what actually happens when you fire a put request to /user/101. The server asks one question. Does user 101 exist in the system? If no, it creates the user. You get a 201 response back. It is created back. If yes, user exists, it replaces the user entirely with whatever you sent in the data. You get a 200 OK or 204 no content in it. That's it. That's the whole decision tree. And this is what makes put powerful and also what makes it dangerous if you are not being careful over here. Because put doesn't merge, doesn't preserve, it just simply replaces. Have you sent only one field in your put body? Guess what? Every other fields on the data just got wiped. Yeah, that's the kind of bug that gets discovered at 2 a.m. on the Friday. That's pretty much odd. Here is the concrete example so that you do not make mistake. Put request to /user/101 with body name equals to John. If user 101 doesn't exist, the server creates it in the system. Drum roll, user John is born in your system now. If user 101 already exists, the server replaces the entire user object with just that name field. Whatever fields were there before are gone. Now you might be thinking, wait, that's how all servers behave. No. And this is where it gets nuanced and where in interview candidates usually lose points. Whether put actually creates a resource depends on your server's implementation. The HTTP spec allows it, but not every API does it. I'm repeating it again. It totally depends on your server's implementation, your API design only. The key is put is idempotent. Call it once, call it 100 times, same result you will get. The resource ends up in the same state. That's what make it safe to use for absurd style logic only. Patch on the other hand, not guaranteed to be idempotent, depends on how it's built. Okay, here is your interview ready answer which you are looking for in this video question. Put can create or replace a resource when the resource URI is already known by the client. Patch on the other hand is generally reserved for partial updates and is not typically used for creation. That is it, clean, precise and complete. But here is how you go from good answer to we want to hire this person. You follow it up with the nuance. You say, whether put actually create depends on the server's implementation. The HTTP spec permits it, but it's up to the API design. The key distinction is the put requires the client to know the resource URI upfront, while post lets the server generate a new ID. This is the answer that separates candidates who read a cheat sheet from the candidates who actually understand REST principles by doing it. Now, if you just nailed this question in an interview, congrats, but do not relax here. Because here is what experienced interviewers ask next. Why is put idempotent? If you cannot explain this clearly, it suggests you just memorize the answer. Can patch be idempotent? Yes, it can, but it's conditional. Second question, put versus post. When do you choose which one? Now we are talking API design philosophy over here. What are the REST best practices for resources creation? This opens up a new whole conversation about API design maturity. Okay, let's lock in the takeaways. What we have learned so far. The mathematics. Put can create, can replace. It's an absurd method. Patch. Updates partially, not for creation. Both depends on your API design. The spec gives you the freedom. How you use that freedom is what good API design is about. This is very much important. The golden rule. If the client doesn't know the ID, use post. If the client knows the ID, use put. If you are only updating one field and knows the ID, use the patch request. That's your cheat sheet. Write it on a sticky note, put it on your monitor, tat it on your forearm, whatever works for you. Alright. You now understand put and patch better than 80% of the developers who have been writing REST APIs for years. But here is the thing. In real world APIs, sending request is only half the battle won. The other half, let's unfold it. Making sure those requests are actually authorized to do anything. And that brings us to the next video in the series. What is a bearer token? You have seen it in headers, authorization space bearer space token followed by the long cryptic string of the token. But what is it? Where does it come from? Why is it called a bearer token? And most importantly, what happens if someone steals it? That last question is that's what your interviewer is actually testing when they ask about authentication or auth. The answer might surprise you. The video will be dropping tomorrow. Hit that notification bell icon because this one you do not want to miss. And if this video helped you, drop a like. It literally takes 1 second and it tells YouTube to show this to more and more developers who need this right now. I'll see you tomorrow. Go build something great today and thank you.